Howdy, gentlemen. Well, since I have your attention now, let me show you my build. That's caster, lightning-based, shaman, primalist. Be cool, okay? I always wanted to have like the druid or shamanistic guy that controls the power of the earth and lightning. And yeah, this build is what I actually imagined, and it works kind of good, so let me show you. But first of all, let me go through the stats, okay? We are stacking attunement. That means more attunement, more mana, more damage for our spells, because all of our spells are actually scaling from attunement. So yeah, the more attunement, the bigger. And also there's a small little passive that increases our mana regeneration the more attunement that we have, okay? And also by the stats, we also want to prioritize lightning spell damage or lightning damage, spell damage, shock on hit, or attunement, or mana regeneration, movement speed maybe, and a little bit of cast speed. Okay, I'm using Yulra Stardial. I don't know if I pronounced that well. It's only because I have increased spell damage by 66%, and mana spend is gained by as a ward. When you use a movement or a time travel skill, all stats on this item are tripled by 4 seconds. I don't use any movement speed or movement abilities, so that one is kind of, you know, not really useful for me. And the second is Osenui Sphere, which is plus 33 mana, plus 33% cold and lightning resistance, and I have a chance to cast a water orb on hit when I hit a boss or rare enemy. And yeah, for each orb I have increased the cold and lightning damage by 30%. Yeah, that's pretty fun. And also I got this little ring. Not sure if it's good or not, but it gives me a lot of ward and has some little lightning spell damage. And yeah, but make sure you stack them as much as you lightning damage as much as you can. Sorry. And also I found these two little idols, and that has increased frequency of expanding a storm stack. This one is actually working pretty amazingly with my build. So yeah, make sure you have those, or if you get those, yeah, use them, please. All right. So yeah, let's go to the skills. I got all these specialized skills, which is Gathering Storm, Warcry, Storm Totem, Tornado, and Maelstrom. Gathering Storm is our bread and butter skill that we don't really use. This is more like a passive-ish skill for us, and because of this little passive, Friends of the Tempest, and if you have from 1 to 15 storm stacks, your minion skill lightning skills have a chance to grant you storm stack. Our lightning minion is Storm Totem, and each time the Storm Totem hits, it got pretty huge chance to grant us a storm stack. We'll go to that later. And also, whenever you expand Storm Stack, you have a chance to cast Maelstrom. And also, Ligonian Diplomacy, while wielding a staff, the melee attack of Gathering Storm is replaced by direct attack of cast or cast of Stormbolt. Not sure if this is working well, because I don't think this scales with cast speed, unfortunately. But, and also a little bit of mention, a little bit disclaimer: if Gathering Storm is converted to physical or cold or ice damage, this requires physical or cold hit instead. This little morph thingy doesn't really work, at least not on cold. If you go to Frostbringer, you won't get any stacks of Storm Totem or Dome Totem if it's morphed to ice or cold damage. It's a bug. It's already have been reported, so please stay away from this. It doesn't work, unfortunately. The next one, Warcry. This is really like a oh shit button. So yeah, if every time your HP goes low, pop this sucker off, and you will get Warcry 3 times because of this little passive, Totemic Hearth. And if I want to respecialize, I would sacrifice all these cold skills, passives, and go into Whirlpool because more Maelstrom, more damage. The next one, Storm Totem. This is our minion, lightning minion that's keeping our storm stacks high as heck because of this little Friends of the Tempest passive. And yeah, all these passives are basically just a cast speed, area, damage, shock chance, and lightning damage for each shocked enemy. Pretty standard, nothing fancy here. Tornado, this is more like a button that we press when you don't know what to do, or if you are, if you want to kill enemies much more quicker. And yeah, I'm using Charge Storm. Tornado casts Stormbolt at nearby enemy every 2 seconds. So yeah, the more tornado equals more Stormbolts. More Stormbolts is our main DPS source. So yeah, this one's firing off the Stormbolts like crazy, especially with the frequent lightning and overcast skies. Not sure why I don't have the four points into each of these, but please make sure you have. I need to do a little adjustments. And the last one but not least, Maelstrom. This is our like a boring button, let's say. And very nice like a melee or close range damage source. I'm using Power of the Storm. While you have 6 or more stacks, you cast Stormbolts at nearby enemy each second. And yeah, if you have 6 or more stacks, you can lower this threshold by this passive. But I don't use it because not sure why. Well, I know why, but for me personally, Gathering Storm is much more important to me. Killing an enemy has a chance to create a stack of Maelstrom. This thing has a 2-second cooldown and it has 25% chance. Yeah, so for me it's much more important than the little bit of threshold or the additional target. This energized might be a little bit better. Maybe I need to do a little bit of adjustment even here. So yeah, this is our build. So you will see in the gameplay section, I go in, I place a Storm Totem, and I try to hit at least 1 or 2 enemies with this Gathering Storm thing, so I can get the lightning stacks going, and the Storm Totem is keeping those stacks up and high, right? And I just walk around, cast a little bit of Maelstrom, a little bit of Tornado, and you can see all these lightning spells, all these storm bolts, all these, mumbo jumbo going off. It's pretty crazy. And last but not least, let's go to the passives. You can clearly see this is literally like a standard casting Primalist build. So attunement, some resistances, spell damage, more spell damage, cold and lightning damage. This is doubled when I have a minion, so we have a minion, so it's a 64% realistically. Then almost the rest of my passives are still in Shaman. I could go either Beastmaster or Druid, but personally there's no very useful passives for this build, unfortunately. But let's see. Attunement, nice. Increase damage 40%, yes. Increase mana regen with active totem 24%. Why not? Shock chance on hit Yes, please. Increase spell damage by 50% and minion lightning damage by 50%. Why not? Increased totem cast speed by 35%. This one's huge because the quicker Storm Totem is casting, there's a higher or more frequent chance to get a Storm Stag. Yeah, you can kind of see where is this build going to, right? And yeah, we got some spell lightning damage plus 10. We got some attunement, and also, like I mentioned earlier, increase mana regen per 3 attunement by 2%. Also, this build is very mana heavy, so all the mana regen and mana pool is very helpful here. Sorry. And yeah, let's see. Chance to cast the Stormbolt on the spell cast, 40%. More Stormbolts equals more damage. Big nice. Okay. Ascendant Circle, increased spell damage per active totem. This one's pretty huge with the Totem totems. If you can have 5 totems per cast at once, but I find this skill to be very mana heavy, so I'm running out of mana very frequently with this thing. So I stay out of this and just go for Maelstrom. But if you really want, you can blast at least with my level. At this point, I got 641% lightning damage. With this, I can blast it to maybe 800%, right, with Torrent Totem. But like I said, it's very mana heavy, so it's your choice, really. I'd rather be, I rather conserve mana instead of blasting it off and then like a fight with mana regen. So yeah, it's very helpful to have Torrent Totem. But for me personally, I tried all these like not buttons, but like filler buttons. I tried Maelstrom, I tried Summon Wolves, I tried Stormcrows. Even Stormcrows are good, right? More minions. Aspect of the Crow is pretty good. But for me personally, it's either Maelstrom or Stormcrows. Stormcrows has a disadvantage, a huge disadvantage. When you fight a boss, they're like 90% of the fight dead, unfortunately. Their AoE damage taken is too high, in my opinion, and if they stand in any AoE at this point, they just die, okay? And you can just revive them by standing nearby, because you'll get hit by some random AoE or attack or anything, and you will basically die, right? So anyways, this is my build. Hopefully I didn't forget about anything, but yeah, please, if you have any suggestions, anything you want to add, please let me know down in the comment section. And if you like this build, if you want to try it, please like, subscribe. And if you don't like it, if you think this build is absolute dog shit, probably is. Very huge disclaimer. Probably is, okay? This might not work on a very high level. But yeah, please let me know, and still like, subscribe. So yeah, have a good day and see you.